Hello and welcome to another episode of Integration by Parts. Today we're going to be going to Mars. But before that, I'm going to do a couple of things. So first I need to make a couple of speed gears, and now we have the capability to do that. If I throw a potion of swiftness into crystallized oil, it will turn into energized speed potion. And I'm too close. This is too fast, man. Okay, so we should be able to put these buckets in the bottling machine. I think it needs to be piped in, right? So we're gonna need a tank, one of these cables, and the configurator. Okay, so tank, cable, configurator. I'm gonna leave that here. And if I throw the gears, it should start working. Where'd that other one go? Down there. I need an axe. Turn off the abilities. And we have 10 speed gears, and this can make like a bunch more. 10 is like only a couple of the buckets that I put in here. I also made a bunch of advanced processors, and I am looking to make this rocket, this tier 2 rocket that can go to Mars. That's why I made some compressed dash. I also wanted to make the creative wireless transmitter that needs 4 wireless transmitters, and we have one, so we're going to need a couple more, and we need quartz enriched quartz. Make a couple of stacks. Creative. Okay, I need 3 of these. I need some machine casings. And I'm gonna actually take the items that I need, because I want not to be able to actually make it because there is no transmitter, and make it in a normal crafting table. I believe this is the recipe. Yeah. Creative wireless transmitter. Why are you cheating, bro? I'm not cheating, bro. What do you mean? The range is infinite. It also works cross-dimensionally. And I think we need to link this again. And this is gonna be real nice. Yeah. And this can go in any slot. I'm gonna put it in a ring slot. And I also made a sleep charm that allows me to instantly sleep through the night. If the smelter kills some of the blazes, should be able to sleep. Yeah, instantly. So I'm not gonna need this range upgrade anymore. Let's see, how much power is that drawing? It's not drawing like anything. Yeah, the creative transmitter doesn't draw any power. That's broken. Okay, so we're not gonna need this tier 1 rocket anymore. I'm gonna just yoink it. No, I actually wanted the fuel bucket. These fuel buckets are to come back actually from the Mars planet. Anyway, tier 2 rocket needs a nose, needs some fins, which need inver plates. Okay, I can do that. Inver. So it's like 8, right? Don't think I need inver plates for anything else. And I also have my other thing that makes the plates, the thermal machine. Also, I made a bunch of thermal machines of camera. It's the same thing as the first thermal machine that I make, that's the sawmill. All the other thermal machines are essentially, these items are the same. These three just changed, which is quite interesting. Yeah, these items are the same in all of them. Just these three chains, depending on what machine you're making. And the alchemical embrewer is actually pretty doable. I was kind of looking into that, and also I tried to automate this pedestal infusion with XNet, and it kind of works this way, but it's not entirely working. A bunch of channels here, you can see. I think it's not worth trying to automate this because I'm really close to mechanism. So it's really not worth the effort trying to go the extra step to actually make it work properly. I just thought it'd be a nice challenge. So we should be able to actually make this, and still haven't realized I'm able to do this while away from my house. Okay, so it's the nose, the fins go here, no, they go one below. I also need the golden engine, and that's a lot of steel. Don't think there's anything you can do with the old rockets. Actually, space station. Oh, interesting. Don't think you can do anything with them though. Oxygen tanks need iron plates. Okay, let's do that. Half a stack. Also, I need to tell you this too. I realized that this multi-block needs liquid starlight to form, and now it's actually not only keeping up but producing a surplus of mana. So it's filling up this pool, and I'm using it to fill up my ring, my greater band of mana. Yeah, now it's working much faster. And I also put here an item user with an inferium watering can, powered by a fernator with blaze rods. And this kinda helps the pumpkins grow. I also put some torches in case the light level was too low and they weren't growing. Okay, so these are desk plates, right? Yeah. That's the engine, right? Yeah. Okay. The plates should be done. Not all of them, but most of them. Okay, golden tanks. We need 2 of them. And oxygen tanks. We need the red wool. That's pretty cool. And that should be it, actually. These go here, if I... no. Here? Yeah. This way. A tier 2 rocket. Actually place it here. I think I have another launch pad, right? Launch pad? No. I'll make one. It's really cheap to make. Okay, so I'm gonna keep these 3 fuel buckets to get back. And I also wanted to make some resonant speed upgrades. which need Enderium, which needs lead, 3 lead, 2 ender pearls, and 1 diamond dust for 2. So let's say I want to make... Yeah, let's just throw a bunch in there and see what comes out, I guess. Not really gonna do much math because I'm gonna need many of them, so it's not worth it. Enderium is not gonna go wasted. Yeah, it has to be the dust, right? And I think I can pulverizer. Yeah, I can pulverizer. I think 8 is enough. Okay, buckets. I can throw these here. Tidy up my stuff. I also completed the quest. It gives us marshmallow chicks, glass bottles, and XP. Which is interesting. I don't really need unique foods anymore because I have completed my food book. I have eaten 100 foods already. And where is my Akashic Tome? There it is, it's Lexica Botania. Okay. New stuff. Not really new, but you know. Anyway, I have completed my food challenge, which is to get to 100 foods eaten. 10 out of 10 hearts gained. These are the foods I've eaten so far. A bunch of raw and cooked meats. If I throw this here, that's gonna take a real while. Damn, that's a while. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna let them cook. I'm gonna go to Mars right now, okay? That sounds like a plan. Also, I'm gonna need my spacesuit, I guess. Even though I don't really need it. Because of astral sorcery. I'm gonna show you in a bit. But anyway, we're going to Mars. Is the upgraded rocket faster than the regular rocket? I don't really know. Doesn't seem like it. And Mars. We're gonna go on Mars planet and I'm taking damage. What? Did I not wear my spacesuit? Okay. Interesting. Well, good thing I had my Flugel tiara with me. That's a really good thing. Interesting. And why is there so much... Ah, yeah, just the rocket crashed into the ground at high speed. That's funny. Okay, now we can eat. Don't really know... Yeah. Why didn't I put my helmet on? Like, I don't really know. By the way, it's really... It seems I was taking more damage when I was in the actual rocket. Because now I don't have my spacesuit on. Shouldn't I be healing more from astral sorcery? Yeah, I can kinda sustain not having the oxygen. I don't really think this sound is really useful for anything. But I saw some ice shard ore. Don't really know what this does. I'm assuming it's making ice shards if you process it. Yeah, which we can make way easier with starlight. Anyway, don't really understand the purpose. And what are we supposed to take here? Like the Ender Air, or not Ender Air? Yeah, the Mars Air. Only that. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing that is on Mars. What is this? Alien antenna? That's cool. I'm gonna have that on. Liquid fuel share tank. That's cool. Very thoughtful of you. I guess we could go mine a little bit and see what there is to find. Let's see, Mars. There is ice hard, iron, diamond, and silicon. What does silicon give you? Silicon ingots. Yeah, these you can use for stuff. Okay. So I guess there is a use after all. Does it say what Y level we need to be at? No, it doesn't say. Okay, that's cool. Is there any caves or anything? Okay. I assume diamonds are gonna be further down, right? There looks to be a cave here, yeah. And this looks like a normal ravine. Not gonna bother with ice shard ore, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't look that interesting. Mars is not super interesting. That's like coal ore, probably. No, silicon ore, yeah. There's no coal ore here. And I need to change that to construction. Even though I still don't think I take much lava damage. You see, if I stay in lava, I can kind of sustain being in lava. That's so OP. But I love it as well. You just need to eat and you're fine. Yeah, I guess more of that silicon stuff I can find later. So I don't think there's anything else to find here. So I'm gonna go up and go back to Earth. That sounds like a plan. Let's go back to Earth. And that should be probably at my landing point. But I don't think that matters. I'm just gonna leave this pad here. Not a big deal for me. Yeah, I need to shift right click. Fill this with fuel. And I think this only takes like 3 buckets, right? Yeah. Only takes 3 buckets. And go back home. Bye, Mars. And I'm near my house, which is really good. I don't want to create a crater here. So slow down. Man, why are so many mobs? I don't really understand. That's a lot of mobs. What's happening here? What's happening here, bro? And I don't want to explode my thing because it's not claimed. My rocket. You guys can fight it off. You can solve your differences this way. I don't have any problem with that. Anyway, it's a shift left click to get the rocket back. And just put it here. And go sleep really quick. Okay, we can throw in all the junk we got. all this junk can go in there. And we should have some endearment here. Only 16. Damn. That's like 4 upgrades. That's not a lot. Okay, so one is for sure going into my induction smelter. One is going into the redstone furnace. Into the multi-servo press. And I don't think this needs to be upgraded further than the reinforced and the 3 flax linkage amplifiers. This makes redstone. And I kinda revamped this output of the fluids, and I put a fluid router, because previously you could get, if one of the tanks got emptied out like this, it would fill up with some other liquid that it can't accept, and it would get stuck in the tank or the pipe, and I would have to break and replace it, so that kind of sucked. So I put a fluid router here, which actually filters which liquid goes where, because the filters from pipes don't work this way, because the distillation tower can only output the bottom fluid at any time, so that kind of sucks. And we got some interdiction torches, which is really good because I need them for some runes. And this last one I think is gonna go into my pulverizer. And this should be way faster now, especially if I put some flax linkage amplifiers here. Also my redstone furnace is really fast. What does the pulverizer do? Like, does ore processing, I think. And the multi-servo, I guess the multi-servo press, yeah, I already have one here, okay. Sawmill is reasonable too, I guess. I'm gonna put it at sawmill for now, and we're gonna see later on. Okay, let's make a couple of crafters and like automate some of this stuff and call it a day. So what does a crafter need? A bunch of stuff we have already. Let's make like 3 of them, I guess. I don't know. Arbitrary amount. And I don't have glowstone. This is sugar and gunpowder, right? Yeah. Okay, glowstone. Yes, I have some witch hats, which I don't really need, technically. Should be enough for now. I'm gonna go get some later. Okay, so these can be upgraded into iron crafters and later on gold crafters. The iron crafters, the only better thing they have is they have 27 slots instead of 9 for patterns. I also need a pattern grid. Pattern grid. And I don't think there's a wireless pattern grid. Okay, I'm gonna need 1 machine frame. Some machine casings. 1 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. Also a pattern. Man, they made even patterns more expensive, man. Like, if I click the right thing. Okay. Also gives us 4 extra crafters. Multi-buffer. For tasks that use both a fluid and an item in the recipe, the multi-buffer might be of use. That's cool. Might be of use indeed. Anyway, so this is not filled up at all. It's only 5% full. Okay, so let's first kind of automate this thing. Okay. Not this way. We need you to face this way. Okay. So we should have refined storage here. Sometimes I get some block lag. Forge TPS is 20, so shouldn't be having any block lag. Okay, so refined storage is right there. Also break these blocks. Make it easier for me. Okay. So I need some cables. And they should be getting power. We also need... Is this the cherry log? No, this is the plank. We're also gonna need a importer. Which we don't have any logic, any improved processors. They are called logic processors, I think, in applied energistics. So, okay, how we do this? Okay, so I did make the pattern grid. So I might go put it in like on here. To do this. Okay, this is still linked, which is really cool. And I guess you don't really need to link it again. That's cool. I can make a couple patterns. Not in here. You can't craft things in the pattern grid. That's what the crafting grid is for. You wouldn't craft in a pattern grid. Okay, so processor. Not with the mod symbol. Refine storage. So these have this recipe. Processing acknowledges this is a processing recipe. This and this. And I'm also gonna teach it how to make silicon later on. Also redsonium. And you can kind of see if I request some of these processors. Let's say I request like... Wait, I had some improved processors. Okay, importer. Oh, that's interesting. That's weird too. I don't know. Anyway, so we can do this. Okay, that's a bit too far down. Also, we need some more cables. And this is the wrong height. And the importer should be importing the things that we make. So we should be able to request some interesting plank. Guess that's the smooth plank. Okay, yeah. We should be able to request some processors, just the non-smelted version. So if I want to make like, I don't know, 2 of these, I have the resources available. It should start making them. It should also import them. Yeah, that's perfect. So you can see how I'm gonna automate these machines too. Like off camera I'm gonna do that because that's just throwing in patterns. Not really anything interesting. There's also the interface, okay. Which is both an importer and an exporter. Also I'm gonna put an importer here to import the redstone into our system and also export them into our reactor. And one last thing I'm gonna do for this episode is attach an external fluid storage over there, which is just an external storage, by the way. There's no separate external storage for fluids. And we also need an exporter. So we export starlight to the reactor automatically. And I don't have refined storage over there, but it's not that bad, it's really close. So if I go underneath here, should have some refined storage. Yeah. I can... that's interesting. Okay. So... Okay. Let's make some cables. A bunch of cables, actually. I'm gonna close this hole. And it might just continue straight from here. And that's perfect. Okay, so kinda want to make this shorter than this. Okay, so if I close up this hole, should be able to run a cable here. External storage, change this to fluids. Priority 10, I guess. Is gonna do fine. Don't think there's a fluid exporter, right? No, it's just an exporter. Okay. So, should be able to run this cable. And I'm gonna do one underneath, actually. Even though this cable is not visible, I like it to be as tidy as possible. And theoretically, I could just use a wireless receiver and transmitter, but I think that's too close for that, you know, it's just not worth the netherite I have to spend on it. Okay, exporter. That's fluids and starlight. I could also do liquid cryothium, but I don't have a way of getting infinite niter, but I do have a way for infinite blitz powder. But I think that's a bit too much effort for what is a little bit more gain, I would say. And I do have some refined storage over here. Should be able to grab this cable. Also, some items went into the plant gatherer, I think it's called, with the ender hopper. And this should be exporting liquid starlight and should be cooling down our reactor. And this should produce more power the next time it starts up. And I could also do coal, I guess. Could do another exporter with coal. That's the last thing I'm gonna do probably. The exporter. One more view, and this is the next thing to automate, I guess. Like all the refined storage stuff should be automated first, so that the next things are easier. And you also are gonna need a crafting card. Coal. And solid coolant is dry ice, which is a bit more complicated. I'm gonna do that off camera and I'm gonna show you how I did it. It's just an energizing orb with some automation for energizing orbs. Also, I didn't show you this, I think. I mean, you kind of saw it, but I didn't tell you how I did it. The way I automated this is so the translocator or transporter only transports the crystallized flaxids because this drawer is locked and it can only accept these. And this sends a comparator output when it has an item in it, which goes to the wire connector, which is on the white channel, which is this is also in the white channel. You can see with a screwdriver what channel it's on. This is input, this is output, and whenever this has anything in it, it disables the hopper, which is also an internal buffer of flaxids. And I also replaced the melter with a magma crucible because it holds less seed oil, and it's also more efficient. It is one flaxseed into 100 millibuckets, whereas the melter is 2 flaxseeds into 100 millibuckets. So this is it pretty much, and this is coming directly from the XNet automation, which doesn't really work, as I already said. And this is probably next or the thing after it. This is where the XNet network gets power from. So this has been the episode for today. If you guys liked it, please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.